What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Papa here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Taking a little break from the Saturday afternoon activities today. We got back from our vacation last Saturday from a full week on the Panhandle of Florida. We really enjoy being able to go down there and do that and spend time. Doing some, doing beach activities, eating too much, things like that. That's usually what I end up doing. But that's kind of explains the George Hamilton look with the tan and raccoon eyes that I've kind of got. But we got back last Saturday and we went back to work the following Monday, 5 days at work, and came. And but while I was down there, I was watching a lot of videos on YouTube, playing catch up with that. But I seen where a community question came up from Paul at Left Coast Model Customs. How do you juggle the hobbies that you have? If you're you got multiple hobbies like a lot of us do, and I know I'm one of them. How do you juggle those? And of course, one of my my passionate hobby is, of course, building model cars and trucks. So I try to dedicate, a little bit of time each evening. When I come in, I sit down, eat dinner. I might go in there and spend a couple of hours each evening, whether I'm, depending on what stage of the build I'm on, whether I'm fabricating or if I'm coming out here doing some painting. I always try to spend a couple of hours each evening doing that. My other hobbies, as far as woodworking, things like that, which you can see this great big bench that I just finished up and I showed y'all in my last video, is another one of my hobbies. And that usually incorporates me being able to, either build, things, things for like the hobby, model car hobby. I got to build me a new, I need to build a new something to set my paint booth on, and I can slide it up under the bench right here. And store paints and stuff like that in there. So that's, that'll be a part of it. It'll be a woodworking project for me, but that'll be a weekend build. Another thing, as far as with woodworking thing, what I did today was I had to, knew I'd been needing to replace the brick molding around our front door right here. So I went to the big box store and picked up some brick molding and got the big workbench all pulled out here in the middle of the shop, and I've been doing that most of the day. So a lot of my woodworking, as far as in house, house chores and things like that, I dedicate that hobby to like on a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, because it usually takes most of the day to do things like that. And if I'm not in the midst of that, of course, I'm back to doing the building, doing the models. Another one of my hobbies, and I just recently got back into, was the RC crawler trucks, four-wheel drives, things like that. And that's another thing. I can very easily get off from doing one thing to the next and spend a couple of hours doing that. So, and it's always out here in the garage. Sometimes I might be out here supposed to be working, either doing house chores, and I'll grab one of those and be out here piddling with it. And next thing I know, Vicky comes out and catches me and goes, "You're not working." I know. So, but that, I just have to kind of find time to do, that. And if I'm not, I can throw one in the truck, take off and go find me a place on, where it's got a lot of dirt and rocks and things like that, and do some crawling with it. But it's usually a couple hours, and I can usually dedicate that. Like Vicky may want to go and walk a trail or something like that, and I can get out there and play on the trail with it. So the other hobby, I got a couple. Like I say, I'm kind of multiple hobbied. I like to my yard. My yard is another one of my hobbies during the summer months, from spring all the way into the fall, almost into winter. I dedicate a lot of time to it, and of course that's a weekend thing. It takes 2 or 3 hours to take care of that. And once winter sets in, we're pretty much, either I'm going to be building at the bench or going to model shows, things like that, and trying to find time to dedicate to that one as well. My other hobby is supporting my second right amendment as far as model as far as my firearms. Passionate about that. I'll go to a lot of I go to a lot of gun ranges, a lot of gun shops. I enjoy going out and spraying those freedom seeds down range, and having fun doing that. So, but just trying to find time to dedicate to each hobby. It's kind of like it's a juggling act, but that's what that's what the modeling hobby, the things like that, helps you get away from the real world things that's going on out there. And gosh knows, this week's been kind of stressful for us here in the county I live in. We lost one of our deputies was ambushed last Saturday from he went to a domestic dispute and ended up so he hadn't been there 8 seconds and someone shot him. So that's been pretty stressful for us. Vicky and I went yesterday to pay our respects to the family and to the sheriff's office here in the county, and by going to the funeral and to the standing along the road as the funeral procession went by. So, but that's what hobbies are all about. It's trying to decompress and get away from the real world for a while. But anyhow, I wanted to do my part of with this. Paul's great question, and I watched a lot of y'all's how you do that, how you do your different hobbies. So, but great questions, some great answers from a lot of the great builders here in the YouTube modeling community. I want to thank all my subscribers, new and as well as my old time subscribers. Really do appreciate y'all. All the comments and stuff that we get, that I get weekly from posting here, and really look forward to getting back to. I got 3 builds on the table right now that we're working on. Didn't spend a little time last night after we came back from the funeral procession, and got to spend some time out here in the garage spraying paint on them. So anyhow, folks, I'm going to get busy. Vicky thinks I'm working, but I'm really making a video. But I got to get this brick molded, got to get the caulking around it, get it ready for paint, and get the doorbell hung, and we will be going to dinner here just in a little while. So I'll catch y'all on the Brian's live tonight if he has one. If not, catch y'all on the next video. Really do appreciate everybody. Remember, folks, as I always say, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Happy out here.